Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday live stream for studentloanjustice.org. My name is Alan Collins. We are Student Loan Justice. We are the oldest, largest, first, and only true grassroots group fighting only and absolutely for student loan justice. So we're glad that you found us. I would just urge all of you to tell everybody you know with student loans about this group. You know, the one thing that's been holding us back for the 18 long years that we've been around has been people's natural reluctance to even deal with their student loans, much less tell their friends about a group like ours. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting real now. Biden totally let us down on loan cancellation, pretty much on purpose, in my humble opinion. You may have your own. The loans have been turned back on. And here's the interesting fact for today. I'm going to share my screen with you just to make this imprint on you. Since the loans were turned back on a few short weeks ago, maybe let's say a little over 8 weeks ago, $20 billion in mostly federal student loan debt has clicked off on our back. Think about that. Like, how much aid are we giving to Ukraine, and how much foreign aid are we doling out? $20 billion in profit to the federal government. And make no mistake, guys, that is profit. That is absolutely profit. I'm trying to find a cool graphic for you. Okay, here we go. Here it is. This is the graphic I wanted to share. Yeah, guys, since the loans were turned back on, $20 billion in profit. 20 billion have clicked off to the Department of Education. So, boy, that was very unsmooth. I'm going to try and keep the rest of this live stream very short, ladies and gentlemen. We need your help. We're the only grassroots group in the country fighting this battle. Whether you would ever or never file for bankruptcy, it turns out, and believe me, after 20 years, we can say this with authority. It turns out that the stripping of constitutional bankruptcy rights from student loans lies at the core of the whole entire problem. Nobody wants to file for bankruptcy. It's a terrible thing to have to do. But guys, it's only when we, the people, get the leverage of bankruptcy returned that we'll be able to actually compel the president, the secretary, Congress to meaningfully cancel student loans. Until we have that power on our side, we'll be begging Joe Biden or the next president forever to do meaningful loan cancellation, and we'll get nothing. When we get the right of bankruptcy returned, it's a very direct path from there. The president is going to have to, President, Congress, whoever, federal government, Department of Education is going to have to cancel loans very broadly, very meaningfully, very deeply. So to that end, ladies and gentlemen, we do daily actions on this group. And let me just dial in the link for you. Every day, nearly, so let's say 4 or 5 days a week, we do these daily actions. You can go to the link at bit.ly/SLJ Daily Action. You can go up to our website, just look at the top of the page. You can see the daily action there. Our daily actions are incredibly short. They usually take no more than about a minute or so to complete. This week, we are hitting the worst people in the world, the most vile members of our opposition. So we start out the week hitting Virginia Fox, and on and on. Today, we are hitting a guy named Drew Ferguson, a Georgia representative who just introduced legislation to kill the president's ability to cancel student loans by executive order. By the way, if you haven't noticed, we're fighting for two things. Number one, first and foremost, the most important thing is the return of bankruptcy rights to student loans. Second thing we're fighting for, hopefully, obviously, is student loan cancellation by executive order. If you look at our petition on change.org/cancel student loans, you will see the petition that started the entire national conversation around canceling student loans by executive order. So we may not look like it, guys, but this group is way more important than you might imagine. But we need your help, guys. The strength of this group is in direct proportion to the number of people in our group who are actually fighting. We don't need warriors on this group. We need warriors. This is a battle. This is a fight. And this is your battle, your fight, whether you acknowledge it or not. So I would just urge everybody out there, particularly the newcomers, whatever is holding you back from helping us fight, you need to kick that to the curb, because the opposition wants you worried, waiting, watching, wringing your hands, wondering what they are going to do with student loans. Well, I'll tell you what they are going to do with student loans. What they are going to do is put their own kids through college, through very expensive colleges, on your ass. What they are going to do is perpetuate this big government college enriching loan scam on us, the citizens, for the rest of your natural life. We've been doing this for 18 years, guys. I think I know what I'm talking about at this point. So we're over 5 minutes now. I do apologize. I would just say, go to our website, do our daily action. Today, we're hitting this guy, Drew Ferguson from Georgia. Georgia is the worst state in the nation on student loan debt. If you compare the student loan debt around the necks of the people of Georgia, which is $81 billion. If you compare that number to their state budget, which is only like $50 billion, what is that? Well, I can tell you it's the worst in the country as a percentage. It's 169% of the state budget is what the people of Georgia are strangled under in mostly federal student loan debt. So Drew Ferguson and other people claiming to be conservatives, they're not conservatives. They're fighting for big government. They're fighting against their own people, including their own base. They're fighting for the colleges, for the lenders, and they ought to be taken to task. And that's what we're doing today, and that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of this week. So the very last thing I'm going to say, guys, please donate if you can. And I really hate to even have to mention this. It really shouldn't be an issue for us because we don't need a whole lot of money to survive and thrive and fight and win this battle. But fundraising has always been just notoriously difficult for us, ladies and gentlemen. So this week, for example, we needed to raise $700. I'm very happy and glad to report that we've raised around $500 of that $700 so far. So currently, we need 9 people to donate $20 or more. And you have to go to the website, studentloanjustice.org/donate. Just type it in. And just please do a donation so I can shut up about it, guys. I mean, come on. It would be a real shame if this group had to go away for lack of the relative nickels and dimes that we need to operate. So just please help if you appreciate this group, all that we've done, all that we're doing, and all that we are poised to get done, guys. We're on a roll lately. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's no better time for it, guys, because things are getting real right now. My best estimate is that fewer than 30% of the borrowers are actually making payments on their student loans at this point. Fewer than 30%. So it's going to get very, very, very rough for the vast majority of student loan borrowers, probably yourself included. And there's true strength in numbers, guys. We've got 1.5 million members in our group, at least on paper. But the only way that actually matters is when a significant percentage of those 1.5 million people are helping to fight. Like doing our daily actions. Let me just dial that in for you one last time before I call it a night. So I hope something that I've said tonight has echoed with you. This lending system is finished. It's failed. It's unconstitutional. We do not have to put up with this shit, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon my French. But if you're worried, I'd say don't be afraid. Don't be worried. Be angry. Be angry that our government would have foisted such a scam upon the citizens. And help us fight, starting with doing our daily actions. Okay, guys. Good luck. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow. And Godspeed. Oh,